Hey fam, Speed Duel Bro here, and in today's video, we have Hero World. And just like in true hero fashion, Jaden returns to my channel last minute for extra dramatic effect. Let's go. For the skill card, we have Hero World. For monster lineup, we have 2 Elemental Hero Sparkman, 2 Clayman, 2 Burcinatrix, and 3 Blazeman, and 1 DD Warrior Lady. Then for spells, we have 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 3 A Hero Lives, 3 Polymerization, 1 Skyscraper 2 Hero City, and 1 Fusion Recycling Plant. For traps, we have 2 Metaverse, 2 Nightmare Wheel, 2 Wall of Disruption, 2 Spike Shield with Chain, and 3 Floodgate Trap Hole. And then for the extra deck monsters, we have 2 Nova Master, 2 Rampart Blaster, and 2 Thunder Giant. How to win / strategies. Now before we go over the game plan fam, I want us to review just one card, and that's the skill card, Hero World. And if you notice on the back it says, at the start of the duel, flip this card over. So let's flip it over. It reads, once per turn, if you control a hero normal monster or hero fusion monster, you can discard one card to activate one of these skills based on the attributes of that monster. Earth. Destroy one earth monster you control and one face-up monster your opponent controls. Wind. Destroy one face-up spell or trap on the field. Fire. Return all face-up non-fire special summon monsters on the field to the hand. Water. Draw one card. Also, until the end of the next turn, you can activate one normal trap card from your hand. Light. Change the battle position of one face-up monster on the field. Now fam, what's crazy to me about this skill card is that even though it acts like a field spell card, it's not. And the fact that we can keep using the skills on this card once per turn and not once per duel, oh man. Konami or Midterms definitely did Jaden right this time around. As they should, because he's the main character. So now that we've reviewed the skill card, let me show you how to win. So the skill card depends on whatever attribute the elemental hero monster is that we have on the field. Now note, it has to be either a normal elemental hero monster or a fusion elemental hero monster, okay? But the main thing is that depending on what attribute we have on the field, that's the skill we're going to use. So the main attributes that we're going to rely on are going to be earth, light, and fire. And on that note fam, I want to point out that this is this deck's first greatest strength. The fact that depending on whatever attribute we have, we may already have an instant answer for the opponent. Just think that with Clayman Earth, we can pop an opponent's monster on the field. And then with Sparkman Light, we can potentially kill a Jinzo because we just have to shift the Jinzo into defense mode, and that's that. And then for Burcinatrix Fire, well, special summoning's becoming more of a common thing nowadays. So to think that these normal vanilla monsters are instant outs for the opponent, oh, that's pretty good. You know, we haven't even dug in deep in our bag of tricks just yet, you know? And speaking of tricks, here's one right here. Skyscraper 2 Hero City. The fact that if any of our elemental hero monsters are destroyed by battle, well, Skyscraper 2 will allow us to bring them right back, and we can just do the same thing all over again to the opponent. But the key thing to remember here fam is that Skyscraper 2 Hero City is only applicable to these hero monsters. I know it sucks that we can't use it on our fusion hero monsters because all of the fusion hero monsters they have must be fusion summoned. So I know that my OGs and veterans might know this already, but for the newer players, that's just one thing to remember, okay? Oh, and fam, don't forget, Skyscraper 2 is also applicable to Elemental Hero Blazeman, okay? So any elemental hero that can be special summoned, it's applicable to. And now that Blazeman has entered the scene here, let me show you this deck's second greatest strength. So the second greatest strength of this deck is that this deck is free-flowing, just like the elements. And what do I mean by free-flowing? So what I mean is that whatever the opponent throws at us, we're just simply gonna go with the flow and adapt and adjust. And here's a great prime example. So let's say we fusion summon, okay? Let's fusion summon Clayman and Sparkman into Thunder Giant. Now, the opponent's obviously going to have an answer. So let's say we get floodgated, right? So now our Thunder Giant is just like that, right? But thanks to Elemental Hero Blazeman, we can summon Blazeman, grab another Polymerization from our deck, and then we can proceed to even fusion summon even more. So Blazeman and Thunder Giant, we now have Nova Master. So as you can see, fam, we are really bringing the offensive pressure to the opponent. We're really free-flowing it. And if you're super lucky, fam, if you happen to be playing the Fusion Recycling Plant all the while Fusion Summoning, well, we can get a material back during the end phase. So why not grab another Blazeman so that we can get another Polymerization later on. And I'd like to point out, fam, that this deck has very high synergy. That's why we can be as free-flowing as can be. It doesn't matter what the opponent does. We're really bringing the fight to them. And as you can see here, even if we get Nightmare Wheeled, it doesn't matter. We're just going to summon Blazeman, grab that Polymerization, and Fusion Summon one more time for another Nova Master. So to summarize the strategy, fam, it's basically, one, we have a skill card, a powerful skill card that's applicable to all of the normal elemental hero monsters and the hero fusion monsters. So meaning we have an instant out to the opponent just like that. And then two, we bring the offensive pressure to the opponent by fusion summoning into our stronger hero monsters. And three, even if the opponent has answers for us, even if we get floodgated, well, we have an answer too. We're just going to fusion summon again. And as you can see, the synergy in this deck is real. It's like a well-oiled machine. Card analysis. The skill card Hero World. Now fam, this is such an excellent skill card for the elemental heroes. The fact that our vanilla hero monsters can be at a potential out to the opponent, oh my goodness, that's such gravy. And not only that, it's also applicable to our fusion hero monsters, so it really just adds more power to the deck. And the fact that this skill card is not considered a field spell card, and we can keep using it once per turn, not once per duel. Oh my goodness, fam. They did Jaden right this time around. And then we're playing the 2 Sparkman, the 2 Clayman, and the 2 Bursinatrix. Now the reason why I went with this lineup of normal elemental hero monsters is not only do they have the best fusion monsters to go into, but they also have the best effects that corresponds with the skill card. And then here's a funny side story, fam. Originally, Bursinatrix was Goddess with the Third Eye because, you know, I wanted to go into Sparkman's other fusion monsters like Dark Bright or maybe even the big golden one. I already forgot its name. But anyways, when I was playtesting with Goddess with the Third Eye, there were synergy issues. Sometimes I would draw Blazeman and Goddess with the Third Eye, and there you go. There's an issue right there. But thankfully, we have Elemental Hero Bursinatrix. She fixed that synergy issue. Not only do we have an instant out with her because of the skill card Hero World, but she really does allow us to fusion summon more freely into more fusion hero monsters. And then we play the 3 Elemental Hero Blazeman. Now Blazeman's purpose in this deck, fam, is to just really get the 3 Polymerization. 3 and 3. And thankfully we have Nova Master, so we can use Blazeman and any hero in the deck to fusion summon into Nova Master. Like I've been saying, fam, it's all about synergy in this deck. And then we play the 1 DD Warrior Lady. Now fam, this was just a personal tech choice, and as per the ban list in the you can have 3 of, I decided to go with 1 DD Warrior Lady and the 2 Metaverse. And I was thinking that even with the offensive pressure that the elemental heroes bring, you can never have enough outs. And not only that, we can search the DD Warrior Lady with Rhoda. But again, fam, it's totally up to you what you want to put in this spot right here. And then we play 1 Reinforcement of the Army. This is the one of that we're allowed to have in the deck. And the fact that all of our monsters are warrior monsters, so whatever warrior we need, Rhoda is going to help us get to that monster. And then we play the 3 A Hero Lives. Now we're playing a 30 card deck, fam, so in my humble opinion, the more searchability that we can have, the better. And even though it's a little unfortunate that we have to pay half our life points, I still think it's worth it, fam, because paying half our life points is not even that bad, all things considered, because it's going to allow us to make a play. You know, compare it to like Cosmic Cyclone, whether you have 1,000 life points to spare or not. You know what I mean? So at least with a hero lives, it's always going to be a live card unless we've exhausted all the heroes in our deck. So just be mindful of how much damage you can take. That's all you really need to worry about. And then we play the 3 Polymerization. As mentioned earlier, we've got 3 Blazeman that can search out these 3 polys. And then we play the field spell of Skyscraper 2 Hero City. Now this is just to help us resurrect or reborn any elemental hero monster that was destroyed in battle. So potentially, fam, we can use the hero world skill over and over and over again. And then we play the interesting tech choice of Fusion Recycling Plant. Now the reason why we have this in the deck, fam, is because sometimes our cards are going to be dead cards, especially if we've used up all of our searchability. So let's say for some reason we drew all of our heroes and then later on a hero lives or Rhoda started popping up, or even the metaverse. Well, at the very least, we can discard those cards for Fusion Recycling Plant and either get a Polymerization back, or we can even use the skill card to just discard all of the dead cards, potentially dead cards, if ever we draw that bad. And the one thing to note about Fusion Recycling Plant, fam, is that when you Fusion Summon, you want to make sure you have Fusion Recycling Plant out already on the field, because it says in the text here that it's during the end phase of the turn that we can get a fusion material that was Fusion Summoned that turn. So just be mindful of that too. So Fusion Recycling Plant, just a tech choice that we can potentially, again, along with Skyscraper to Hero City, it will allow us to reuse the resources that we used up. And then we play 2 Nightmare Wheel. As you know, this is pretty much a staple. And then we play the 2 Spike Shield with Chain. Now for me, fam, this was a spicy tech choice because if you look at our monster lineup, they all have particularly good defensive stats, minus Bursinatrix. But if we have a Bursinatrix with a Spike Shield with Chain, she becomes a 2,500 defense wall. So meaning we can probably buy some time, and not only buy time, but we can hit the opponent hard for some massive life point damage. Especially if it's with Clayman, DD Warrior Lady, or even Elemental Hero Blazeman. So that's why I feel like for that game 1, Spike Shield with Chain was definitely gonna surprise the opponent and smack them real hard. And then we play the 2 Wall of Disruption. Now this, fam, is just basically good general trap cards, you already know that. And then we play the 2 Metaverse. The reason why we're playing 2 Metaverse is because we've got the 2 field spells. And not only that, fam, I kind of like it when I make the opponent waste their back row removal. So let's say they target our face down Metaverse with, either Breaker or Cosmic Cyclone, and then we chain it. So there's that aspect to it too. But again, it allows us to have more searchability in the deck. So the more searchability, the better. And then we play the 3 Floodgate Trap Hole. All of you already know how good Floodgate Trap Hole is. It shuts down the opponent's monster just like that. And then as for the extra deck, we have the 2 Nova Master, the 2 Thunder Giant, and the 2 Rampart Blaster. Considerably the best fusion hero monsters that we have right now. Now, it's time for the moment of truth, fam. Where does this deck rank on the power scale? In my humble opinion, this deck is competitive. Now, the reason why I say this deck is competitive, fam, is because 1, we have an untouchable skill card that can be used once per turn, not once per duel. And 2, due to the skill card being what it is, even our vanilla elemental hero monsters become instant answers to whatever the opponent may have. And 3, this deck has very high searchability. Here, let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cards that can search cards in the deck. And in a 30 card deck, that's pretty good, fam, I'm telling you. And 4, this deck really does have free-flowing offensive synergy. And what I mean by that, fam, is that no matter what the opponent does, we really will adapt and adjust while maintaining that offensive pressure. And then 5, the fact that we have the potential to recycle and reuse our resources, oh my goodness, fam, that's just icing on the cake at that point. But yeah, with this skill card and with this deck, Jaden has saved the day in true hero fashion. So there you go, fam. That's the deck. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please feel free to hit the like button because it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, your Speed Duel bro, you're more than welcome to subscribe because two things. One, I always play to win and I'll teach you how to win. And two, if you love Speed Duels, I'm sure you'll love me too, your Speed Duel bro. Alright fam, that's it for now. Thank you for watching and I will catch you all in the midterm finale. Believe in your bro. Or should I say, believe in your Speed Duel bro. Okay fam, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.